Team R for UL Raoul TV. We're back again, and what we're doing this time round is we've got a 2008 Audi Q7. We're going to change the outer track rod end, the steering rack end, not the rack end, not the inner rack end, the track rod end. We're going to change that. Quite a tricky one, this, for two reasons. One is it will not go up on our ramp, right? So I'll have to do it on the floor. I'll explain when I go along. Let's go, let's do it. Alright guys, before we start anything, I've got everything ready, jacking on the jacking point, the blocks on the back, chucks on the back, the axle stands, everything ready. But before we go taking the wheel off, jacking it up and everything, we need to put it in jacking mode, okay? Because this is like a 2008 one, it's got the air suspension, the hydro pneumatic air suspension. Sorry about that, all warning lights going off in the background, right? It's got the hydro pneumatic air suspension, and we need to put it in jacking mode. The way to do that is, I'll show you guys. Right, so we turn the ignition on, right? That's ignition on. Okay guys, so what we're going to do now is we press car. As soon as we press car, it'll come to this screen here, all your comfort settings, your lift, off-road, dynamic, everything. We don't need any of that. Adapted air suspension. So what we do is we come back to here, we press setup. As soon as we press setup, it'll come to this screen, and then we'll go to towing mode or jacking mode. Basically, we're not towing the car, we're jacking the car. So press that one, and then go to on. And basically the car should raise up. Or even if it doesn't raise up, what you could do now is safe for you to jack it up now. So what we do now is let's go and jack it up. First things first, we have to make sure it's safe because we're going to attempt it. We're going to do it on the floor. So first things first, we're going to put a block on the back, like a chuck on the back, both sides. I'll put it on both sides. Handbrake on, make sure handbrake's on. We're going to jack it up, get some axle stands underneath. We'll go from there. Alright guys, there's nothing to it basically. All we have to do is we have to crack this nut here. Do not take this nut off all the way, just crack it, because we're not changing the inner tie rod, the rack end. We're not changing that, we're changing the track rod end, which is only this bit here, yeah? So what we do is we crack that one, and we go down here, and we take that nut off. Give it a little hit, that should come straight off. Let's do it. Right, what we need guys is a 24mm spanner. Get it on there. Yep. What we need to do, go anti-clockwise. So if you, this might seem a bit, if you do it from underneath the car, go anti-clockwise, no problem, yeah? But if you're doing it on the floor and you're looking straight at it, right, like this, if you're looking straight at it like this, right, we need to go towards the back of the car, which it looks like we're going clockwise, but actually that's anti-clockwise. If you look at it from the other side, it's anti-clockwise, counter-clockwise. So basically we need to go clockwise if you're doing it this way. Yeah, if you're doing it from underneath the car and you're doing it from the other side, obviously it's anti-clockwise, yeah? Hope that straightens that out. So, that's it, just half a turn. So that's loose from there. What we do now is we're going to take this one off, put some WD-40 on there, get, I would say that's a 21mm. Yep, no, 22mm socket or a spanner, whichever one you prefer. Whiz that off, or just take that off, and we'll go from there. If it starts spinning like that, we need to give it a bit of force on the top. Push it down with one hand, take it off with the gun. Right, the next thing we need to do, we need to get this out from there. Obviously this is all damaged and everything, so we can just go ahead and hit it there. Right, no problem. Right, it'll come out. Or you can hit it there. If it doesn't come out, hit it there. Or get a ball joint splitter and split it. With this one, it's damaged anyway, so we can just hit it there. Take that out. So what we do now is, obviously, it can only go one way. Basically, it's going to go from the top to bottom, not goes underneath, right? And we just wind that off. And there we have it, guys, one track rod end off. What we do now is, obviously we've not taken that nut off, so all we do is the new track rod end, we wind it up to that, tighten it up on that. 9 times out of 10, if it comes off like that nice and easy, you don't need to mess about with that. You don't need to get the car tracked, you don't need to get the tracking done or anything like that. It should be right as rain, everything should be good. If you have to move that and everything, you might need to get the car tracked. If you want, you can get it tracked anyway, because it might be a different make. This might be a genuine Audi one, the other one might be a different make. And yeah, just get the car tracking sorted out. Obviously you need to take it to a specialist for that. They'll have to put it on the laser machine and everything. But 9 times out of 10, if you do it like this, you don't need to get the car tracked. Alright, let's get the new one on, guys. Alright guys, if you're going for parts like this, I would recommend you go for a slightly better brand. I'm going for the Delphi one, which is, I would say, one of the better brands. Don't go for like cheap eBay material on this one. Always go for the Delphi or TRW or a good brand, basically. All we do now is screw that back in. That's back in. That's back in there. We get the nut, new nut. If you want, you can put a bit of copper grease there. No need, but if you want to, you can do. Whiz that back on. Right guys, this is spinning, right? So what we need to do is we need to put some force onto it. So I've got the bar on the top there, as you can see. I'm going to push down onto it. If I can't do it myself, obviously I'm going to get somebody else to push down on it. I'm going to push down onto that, and then I'm going to give it some with the gun, see if it winds in. Going to tighten this one up, that locking nut here. Don't go tightening it up like that. Put all the force on the ball joint on the tractor end. If you do some, I've seen some guys do that. They just go for it full whack. It will be okay, but you don't want to go, you know, taking the ball off from that. So what you need is another spanner or a Stilson or something to hold the tractor end and tighten it up with the spanner. Yeah. Right guys, as you can see there, I've got one spanner holding the tractor end, the other one on the nut. All I'm going to do now is give it some. That's it, that will do. That's tight. I'm going to double check this one, make sure that's tight. I'm going to double check this one, make sure that one's tight. Happy days, let's go. Alright guys, that's it, the tractor end is on. That's tight. That one was a 24mm. That one was a 22mm. Okay, take them two off. If needs be, sometimes you need to heat it up there, round about there, to get it off. This one wound off nice and easy. If it doesn't wind off nice and easy, you have to heat it up, take it off that way. Like I mentioned, 9 times out of 10, you don't need to get the car tracked. If this is like a genuine-ish part, you know, Delphi slightly, I mean, it's a good make, good quality. It should be okay. You shouldn't be, you know, you shouldn't need to get the car tracked. So all I'm going to do now is I'm going to put the wheel back on and yeah, tighten the wheel up. Happy days, let's go, home stretch. Alright guys, the wheel's back on now. What we're going to do now is we're going to go back inside the car, take it off jacking mode, start the car up and go from there. So let's go in the car. Right guys, we're in the car and everything's done out there. I've tightened the wheel up. Everything's nice and tight, track rod end, everything's good. So we start the car up, car's running, started up and everything. So what we're gonna do, I'm gonna switch the camera around so show you guys how to put it back into normal mode. See, that symbol is on, which means the car is in jacking mode, so you need to take it off jacking mode. So right, so we need to come back to this side again, press car. I've already pressed it, so when you press car, it'll go to that comfort and everything. So we need to press setup, press setup. When you press setup, you're on that mode using the iDrive knob. We're gonna go to jacking mode again, and all you do is press that and go to off, scroll to off, off. As you can see, the car is lowering down by itself, going to its default setting, which is on comfort. That's the way the customer left it. That's where I'm going to leave it, on in comfort mode, and that's it. Right guys, anyway, that's it. That's how we replace the track rod end on a 2008 Audi Q7. It's dead easy. If all the bolts and nuts and bolts come off nice and easy, it should come off absolutely fantastic, no problem. If it doesn't come off nice and easy, what you have to do is you have to heat it up and, you know, struggle with it a little bit. But this one came off nice and easy. Lucky, happy days for me. So you guys out there, the nuts, the retaining nut, the locking nut in the middle is 24mm, and the nut underneath is 22mm. Right, just let you guys know. Anyway guys, like, share and subscribe to my channel. Hope this video helps you guys out. If it helps you guys out, give me a thumbs up. Like I mentioned, like, share and subscribe, and I will see you guys soon.